We're going to get started, and seated position of your choice. Just gonna get that. Sorry. Yeah, there we go. Seated in an easy pose there. So like I said, if you have a blanket and you like to use this sitting on top of it, the reason why if sometimes that feels good is because it keeps you elevated. It brings a little space into your hips. So you get seated, feel your sit bones right onto the mat, onto your blanket, roll your shoulders back, and we're just going to start in this easy pose, cross-legged or one shin in front of the other, arms, hands, wherever they feel good. Let the head come back right between the shoulders, shoulders over the hips, long spine. And we'll start to breathe. Inhale and exhale, soft breaths in and out. Welcome to all of you that have just arrived. We're just seated in cross-legged position. Just finding our breath, connecting with our breath, and letting our busy day go thus far. Focus on your breath. Close your eyes if it feels comfortable for you, or soft gaze towards the tip of your nose. And just let everything get a little heavier in your body, shoulders down. Arms feel a little heavier, hands. Noticing your legs making contact to the ground or to the mat. Releasing a little bit more. And if you're comfortable with it, breathing in through the nose. Feel the expansion across the chest. A little lift in the shoulders. Fill up the lungs. And then exhale all the way back out through the nose or out through the mouth. Maybe a big sigh out. Get heavier. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. And just keep that rhythm of breath going. Breathe in and out. Finding yourself begin to slow down. Finding a bit of relaxation in your body. Tapping into that parasympathetic nervous system. Sending a signal to our brain that it's time to rest. Time to calm ourselves down. Let's take a few more of those big breaths in. Fill up the lungs. Exhale, empty out your lungs. Breathe in. Breath out. Slowly open your eyes. If you had them closed, come back into your space. Let's take a nice side bend to the right. We're going to bring our right hand down onto the mat. Left arm goes up nice and high. Stretch it up. Breathe. Exhale. Left arm goes up and over. Stretch your left fingertips over to the right side of your room as you press your right hand down. Feel the lengthening in the left side body. Take another breath in. Exhale all the way out. And release. Left hand comes down this time. Let's do the other side, stretching the right arm nice and high. Reach it up. Exhale over to the left. Right palm faces down towards the mat. up and over that left hip. Breathe in. Exhale all the way out. And slowly release that right hand down, back beside you. Let's do a little bit of a twist. Let's start to twist right in the center of body over to the right side. Left hand on right knee, right hand behind you, sitting up nice and tall as you take that breath in. Exhale, maybe if you have the room, twist a little bit more. So trying not to force anything, allowing the breath to move you. Breathe in, belly in and up, belly strong, lifting up a little bit higher. Exhale, over. And gently come back to center. Let's try the other side this time. So gently twisting over to the left, right hand on the knee, left hand behind you. Sit up nice and tall, right onto your sit bones, right onto the mat or the towel. Breathe in. Exhale, maybe a little bit over to the left side. One more, big breath in. And exhale all the way out. Good. Come back to center, roll your shoulders back, really nice. Let's bring our both arms all the way up, stretch fingertips up towards the sky, shoulders, relax them back down. And then slowly exhale all the way down right in front onto the ground, hands, palms down onto the mat or onto the ground and forearms down. Let your head go, soften behind the neck. And take a couple of breaths here as you relax your hips down. Good. Take another breath in. Breathe in deep, right into the back body. And exhale. Let it all out. Slowly press into your hands and walk your hands back towards you, coming all the way back up to seated position. Good, really nice. Let's remove our towels or blankets out of the way and we'll just set them aside. Actually, maybe we will use it just to cue. Some of you might not need it, but we will be going onto our hands and knees right now. So if you do need it, placing a towel under your knees is always helpful, especially if you have any sensitivity in the knees there. So if you do need it, this is a good place to place the towel. If you don't, then you can set it aside. All right, so we're coming into tabletop, hands and knees, and making sure that the hands are about shoulder distance apart, wrists under the shoulders, knees about hip distance apart, knees under the hips. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Belly, pull the belly button up towards the spine, creating a flat back behind you. Good. Let's take a couple of breaths here in our tabletop as you feel your hands pressing down into the mat, pressing into those fingertips, the knuckles, the fleshy bit between the index finger and thumb. So we're keeping the pressure off our wrists and protecting them. Another breath in, belly in and up. Exhale, find a little lengthening in the spine. Let's move into some cat-cow. Let's dive right into cow pose first. Inhale. Drop the belly, lift the chest, gaze forward. Feel a little back bend here. Exhale, draw the belly up, round the spine, let your head go. Good. With your next breath in, back into your cow pose, dropping the belly, lifting the chest, gazing up or forward, wherever your neck feels good today. Exhale back into your cat pose, rounding the spine, press your mat away from you, soften behind the neck, gaze towards your knees or your thighs. Inhale all the way back up. Just feel your spine moving up and down, rippling up and down. Exhale all the way down, let your head go. Feel the space between your shoulder blades as you push your shoulders up. Inhale all the way up, back into your cow pose. We'll do this a few more times. Just allowing a little movement, warming up our spine. Exhale all the way down. Breathe in. Kind of feeling that swoop in the low back by sticking your bum out a little bit there. Exhale all the way down. Here, let's do 2 more. Cow pose. Cat pose. Breath in. Exhale all the way out. Then slowly make your way back into a neutral spine, flat back. Good. Belly in and up, creating that long back again. Good. Let's press into our mat. We're going to start to find a little bit more work in our core there. We're going to start to extend our right leg out, right behind us there. You're going to move up just so that you can see my leg there. So toes are curled into the mat. Good. Just feeling the ankle push back, your heel pushing back. Nice. You can stay here and work on pressing that heel back to the back wall behind you. Or if you feel pretty good with your balance today and your hands are feeling really steady and sturdy, start to lift your right leg off the mat. Maybe start with an inch or 2 off the mat and then make your way up a little bit more at a time. Just an option. And if you're okay, everything feels fine, you can lift it a little higher so that it's in line with your spine. Good. Press into your hands, right into those fleshy bits. Kick that heel back or point your toes. Good. 1 more breath in, wherever you are. Exhale all the way out. Slowly bring that right foot back down if you have it up. And then bring that right knee back to center. Good, really nice. Let's try the other side this time. So really get into your hands, make sure your wrists are under the shoulders, spread your fingers nice and wide. Step the left foot back this time. Good. Toes to the mat to begin with. You can stay here, just working on pressing that heel back, the strength of your leg and your arms here. Or if taking an option to lift it a little higher, activation in that leg into the foot, maybe lifting a little bit higher up towards being in line with the spine. Good. Wherever you are, listen to your body and breathe. Exhale all the way out. Good. And then slowly bring the toes back down and the knee back into your tabletop. Let's try 1 more time on each side. So again, pressing back into your hands. And if you like, you can take a little break, especially if you're right into the wrist there. Just shaking your hands out a little bit before you get started with the next round. So one more time on each side. Step that right leg back behind you. Push that heel back. Stay here or lift. A little bit at a time. And staying where it feels comfortable for you. Breathe. Belly pulls in and up. Strong core. And then exhale all the way out. Very good. Lower the toes back down. Knee comes back into your tabletop. Let's try last time on the left side. So step that left leg out, toes curl in, kicking that heel back a little bit. And if you like, start to hover it off the mat a little bit more if you choose to, maybe in line with the spine. Feel your glute, your left glute working a little bit there as you engage your glute muscles. Breathe in and all the way out. And slowly lower the toes back down onto the mat. Gently place that knee back, tabletop position. Very nice. Good for you. All right, we're going to move into downward facing dog now. We're going to curl our toes in the mat, press into your hands, and start to lift your knees up, and then your sit bones up, right into downward facing dog. Good. And wherever your feet are, they could be about hip distance apart. If that feels okay for you, you can also bring them a little bit wider onto your mat. Maybe your hands come out a little wider. This sometimes helps with your foundation in your hands and your feet. It can also lessen the pressure in your wrists if you bring your hands out a little wider. You can take a slight bend to your knees as you bring your hips up a little bit higher. Drop the head. Soften behind the neck. Feel the lengthening in your spine. Maybe a little pedaling in the heels to get the blood flow back into the calf muscles. Breathe. One more breath in. Let it all go. Exhale all the way out. Good. Let's start to walk our hands and our feet to the middle of the mat. So meet the hands with the feet. And once they do meet, forward fold. Fold over your legs. Let them drape. Let your upper body drape over your legs. Let the arms dangle. Let your head go. The neck gets heavy. Maybe you grab for opposite elbows, sway your body side to side, bend into the knees as much as you need to. Press into your feet. And then slowly release your hands onto the mat, fingertips onto the mat, or your hands, or if they're hovering a little bit, if you can't reach your mat, that's okay too, as long as you feel the weight of your upper body. Let's start to come to the right side of our mat. Maybe the fingertips walk over, bending to the knees a little bit there. Let your head go. Take a big breath in. Full breath out. Yeah, let's walk our hands or start to move over to the left side of the mat. Take a big breath in there. And a breath out. Good, come back to center. Let's take a big breath in as we slide our hands up our legs. Find a halfway lift, long spine as you press your hands onto your legs. Maybe it's on your shins, maybe it's on your knees, maybe it's up high on your thighs. Wherever it is that feels comfortable so that you can find that nice long back, flat back. Good, breathe in. Shoulders peeled back, gaze towards the floor in front of you, belly pulls in. Exhale, forward fold, bend into your knees, heavy in the head. Good, let's try that a few more times. Inhale, halfway lift, wherever your hands need to be to find that nice long back, belly pulls in. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees. One more time, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. With your next breath in, press into your feet, tuck your chin in and rise all the way up. Once you get up, sweep your arms all the way up nice and high. Press the palms to touch if that feels okay for you in the shoulders. Exhale, hands at heart. Humble your chin. Take a breath in. Exhale, arms come alongside you. Roll the shoulders back. Very nice. This is a modified sun salutation. So let's salute the sun a couple more times, even though it's probably going down pretty soon there, but that's okay. Inhale, sweep the arms up, grab hold. Palms touch. Exhale, We're gonna slowly start to dive all the way down with control to our feet. Good, bend into the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on the legs. Exhale, forward fold. Take another breath in. Tuck your chin in, rise all the way up to the sky. Reach the arms up, press the palms. Exhale, hands at heart. Breathe in. Breath out. Relax the arms alongside you. Roll the shoulders back, chest lifts. Let's try that one last time. Breathe in, reach the arms up, take your time. Find a little bit of smoothness in your movement. Exhale, forward fold, coming down with control. Inhale, halfway lift, long back. Exhale, all the way back down to your feet. Good. Take a big breath in, press into your feet, rise all the way up to the top carefully. Press the palms. Maybe you gaze up towards the ceiling this time. Exhale, hands at heart. Breathe in. Exhale, arms come alongside you. Roll the shoulders back. Stand up nice and tall, mountain pose. Chest lifts, crown of the head reaches up towards the ceiling as you press down into your feet. Root down. All right, good. Nice job, everybody. Let's come into chair pose. So from our feet, we're going to start to walk them out just a little bit more, maybe a little wider than hip distance apart. And we're going to sit our hips down, bend into our knees. You can place your hands onto your thighs, or you can have your hands at heart center. Belly strong, in and up, long spine. Good. Sit back and down into your imaginary chair. Press the palms to touch, or press your hands into your legs. Sit right into the heels. So draw the weight right into the heels, light into your toes. We're going to take about 3 breaths here. Breathe in. Breath out. And 2 more. Big breath in. Maybe you'll sit a little bit deeper, a little lower. Exhale all the way out. 1 more breath. You got this. Feel the heat building into your legs there, the strength of your legs. Exhale all the way out. Really nice. Start to bring your hands onto your hips, slowly with control. Straighten your legs out. Roll your shoulders back. Hands come alongside you. Very nice. Good. We're going to try that one more time because you guys are very good at it. So sitting back into your hips, making sure that your feet are sturdy. Bending to your knees, hands wherever they feel comfortable, at heart center or on the tops of your legs. Breathe. In through the nose. Nice big breaths in. Exhale all the way out. Slow your breath down. Breathe in. Breath out. Good. 1 more. You got this. Inhale. Exhale. Very good. Hands catch your hips. Come all the way back up. Roll the shoulders back. Arms come alongside you. Stand up nice and tall. Breathe in. Breath out. That is so good. Good for you. Let's come into our balancing poses. So like I said before, we are going to be using a chair. If you have a chair, if you don't, use the wall that's closest to you, whichever works. Maybe you don't even need a chair or a prop at all. It's completely up to you where you're at with your body. But I just like to demonstrate this for those of you that may need it. So chair in front of you, the back of the chair towards you, hands on the back of the chair, or hands on the wall to prop yourself up, or hands on your hips. But we're just going to come onto our tippy toes. So bring your feet about hip distance apart. Hands wherever they feel good, wherever you need them. Gaze forward, steady your gaze, and start to slowly come all the way up to your tippy toes. Heels are nice and high. Start to press into all 10 toes. Exhale, come all the way back down onto your heels. Really good. Inhale, all the way up, heels come up. Exhale, heels come down. Good, you can even have one hand on the chair, one hand to the wall. Inhale, lift the lift the heels up, press into the toes. Get nice and long. Exhale all the way down. Let's do 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breath out. Good, one more time. Right onto your tippy toes, heels up nice and high. And then slowly exhale, heels come all the way down. Good. Walk out your feet a little bit there. You guys did really, really nice. All right, let's try another balancing pose here. We're gonna go into tree pose, a very, very popular pose in yoga there. So again, you can have your hands on the back of your chair. You can have it right against your wall there, which is always nice. Or you can have hands on your hips, okay? So wherever you like there, I'm gonna keep it on the chair. I'll move from different parts just to show you, but we're gonna start to ground down into our left leg. Turn your right toes out, and then place your right foot anywhere along the side of the left leg. Good, it can be above the knee, below the knee, or maybe toes onto the mat and the sole of your foot onto the ankle. Good. Wherever you are, breathe. Find a nice strong belly button in and up. Press the foot into your leg back into your foot. And if you have your hands on your hips, keep them there. Find length. If you have your hands on the chair, press into the chair. Maybe you lift your hands up for a second, bring them back down. See where you're at, find length. You can have your hands on the wall, wherever it is, whatever works for you. And you find that strength and you keep on breathing. Don't hold your breath. We're going to find one more breath here. Exhale, stay for it all the way out. Good job, everybody. Very nice work. We're starting to take that right knee in front of us and bring your right foot back down. Relax your arms and just walk your feet out. Good. Let's try the other side this time. So again, hands on the chair, hands on the wall, hands on your hips. And then turn that left foot out. Ground down into your right foot. Glue it down as you place your left foot above the knee, below the right knee, or left toes on the mat and the left foot on your ankle. Breathe. In through the nose, find length, nice and tall. If you're standing with one hand to the wall or one hand to the chair or hands on your hips, bring your arms up, challenge yourself, see if it works. If it doesn't, if you fall out, it's okay, come back in. One more breath in. Exhale all the way out. So good, everybody. That was really lovely. And let's start to draw that left knee forward and your left foot back down. Relax your arms, walk your feet out, shake your arms out. Very good. All right, let's come into our next couple of poses here. So using the chair, but this time I'm going to turn it around so that the seat is in front of me if you have your chair. If you don't, it's okay. If you have blocks, you can also use blocks. I'm going to show you in every way possible. If you have nothing, that's okay too. So we're going to bring our feet about hip distance apart. We're going to come into pyramid pose. So from our mountain pose here, we're going to step our right foot back behind us, but not too long of a stance. Enough that both feet are about hip distance apart. Both feet are flat on the mat, pointing forward. Nice long spine, lift out the hips. Hands can be on your hips. And on your exhale, we're gonna start to fold all the way down. Good. And you can stay here, right here, with your hands on your hips and find a nice long spine. Now, if you have blocks, you can place your hands on the blocks. Even if you have one block, you can place both hands on one block there. Press into both feet. Feel the stretch in the back of your legs. Now, if you have a chair, you can place your forearms on the chair. Let your head go. Soften behind the neck. Take a few breaths here. Belly pulls in and up as you find a nice long spine. Keep that rhythm of breath going. And for some of you that don't have anything at all, you can always come all the way down to your hands. So never fear if you don't have any props at all. Or if you do need props, you don't even need the yoga props that yoga practitioners use. We can use anything that we have at home. And that's what I'm trying to demonstrate today is the chair is an amazing prop. The wall is an amazing prop. So again, you can do this against the wall as well. Let's take another breath in. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale all the way out. Slowly pressing wherever it is onto your chair. Maybe hands come back onto your hips and slowly come all the way back up to standing. Hips over the shoulders over the hips. Good. Step into that left foot. Bring that right foot back beside the left. Good. And just walk your feet out if you like. Walk the heels out, and let's try the other side this time. So again, we're going to just slight bend to the knees as we step our left foot back this time. So again, legs are about hip distance apart. Both feet are flat all the way. The sole of the foot is flat onto the ground or your mat. Hands back onto the hips. Draw the belly in and up. Exhale, come all the way down. Straight legs. Now, maybe you only go as far as here, and that's okay. You keep those hands on the hips. You bring those hands onto your chair. You bring them onto your blocks. You bring it to a wall. Maybe as you keep that breath going, you feel a little bit more hinge coming down. Maybe you come down a little further. Again, making sure everything feels comfortable. And take about 2 breaths here. And stay for your breath out. And carefully start to press your hands back onto your chair, onto your blocks, hands back onto your hips, and slowly come all the way up. Good. Step into that right foot and then bring your left foot back beside the right. Great job. Let's remove our props and we can take our chair out of the way now. all done with the chair. If you were using it, good job. And let's come back to the front of our mat. We're gonna come into warrior one. So from standing, feet are about hip distance apart. Hands catch your hips. Slight bend to the knees as you step your right foot back behind you. Turn the toes out just slightly to the right side of the mat. Lunge into that front knee. Just adjust if you need a little wider of a stance between the left and the right foot. Good. And keep your hands on the hips here, feeling a little bit of a lunge, settling into your hips. Start to bring your hips to the front of the mat. So left hip goes back, right hip forward, belly in and up, hands back onto your hips, strong back leg, warrior one. If you like the option to bring the arms all the way up, shoulders down, press down into your feet. Reach your arms nice and high. Breathe. One more. Breathe in deep. And exhale all the way out. Let's bring a little bit of movement into our warrior one. So if you have your arms up, we're going to start to open your arms out so they're cactus. So hands, palms are facing forward. We're bending up into our elbows, bend into your knee. And then we'll inhale, straighten everything out. Straight arms, straight legs. Exhale, lunge back into your cactus arms. Inhale, reach them up. Exhale, lunge. Breathe in. Good. Breathe out. Lunge. Bend into your elbows. Bend into your knees. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 2 more times. Breathe in. Breath out. Last time. Inhale. Reach it up. Exhale all the way down. Stay here. Breathe in. Strong arms, or bring your hands onto your hips. They're feeling a little, it's too much in your shoulders there. Exhale all the way out. Good. Then let's bring your hands back onto our hips. Good. Bend into that front knee and slowly hop that right foot back up to the front of your mat. Really nice. Good. Just walk out your feet a little bit there. Just relax anything that might have crept up from your warrior one. And let's try the other side. Whenever you're ready, feet about hip distance apart. Your slight bend to the knees as you step the left foot back behind you. Good. And let's slightly angle the left toes out to the left side of the mat as we lunge into the front knee. Knee over the ankle. Finding the right stance that works for you. Hips come forward, arms up or hands onto your hips. So whichever feels good for your arms right now. Breathe. Belly goes back in. Strong back leg. And take another breath in. And exhale all the way out. Good. Let's come back into that movement if you choose to. You can always take the arms out and just straighten and bend into your knee. Whenever you're ready, with the arms if you like, cactus your arms again, palms facing forward, bend into the elbows. With your breath in, reach, strain the knee. Exhale, lunge, bend into the elbows. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lunge. Get right into the hips there. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lunge. Let's do 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Feel your shoulders. Inhale. Last time. Exhale. Stay here wherever it is for you. You can always bring your hands onto the hips at any time. And a full breath out. You guys did amazing. Good for you. Slowly bring your hands back onto your hips. Bend into that front knee and slowly pop it back beside your right foot. And then walk your feet out, bend into your knees. Good for you. Relax the arms beside you. Good job. Let's come to the long side of our mat. We're going to bring our feet as wide as you'd like, creating a little bit of a triangle shape with our legs here. Good. We're going to come into a few standing poses here, and then we'll come on to our backs pretty soon here. So from here, with our feet pointing forward, we're going to turn our left toes so it points forward. Good. Right toes are parallel to the back of the mat. And if you like, you can make it a little bit wider or shorten the stance. So you can make it smaller or larger between the legs, the width. And then start to lunge into front knee to the left knee. Left knee over left ankle. Arms out side to side. If this feels good, you can always keep your hands onto your hips. Breathe from here, wherever your arms like to be. Shoulders over the hips. We'll take a couple of breaths here. As you lunge a little deeper, a little further. Breathe as you reach your arms side to side, front and back of the mat. Take one more breath in. Push down into your feet. Reach your arms out. And a full breath out. Really nice. Let's bring our hands back onto your hips. Strain the front, the left knee. Turn your toes back so it's facing forward. Let's try the other side this time. So hands back onto your hips. Turn the right toes out so it's pointing to the back of your mat. Lunge into that front knee. Good. Keep that left leg nice and straight. Arms out side to side. Breathe in. Breath out. And always keep the hands on the hips too. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do one more breath. Breathe in through the nose. Press into your feet. Reach your arms out if you have them out. Exhale all the way out. Good job. Let's bring our hands back onto your hips. Take the bend out of the right leg. Turn the right toes so that both feet are pointing back to this long side of your mat. Let's do a forward fold. Breathe in. And on your exhale, come all the way down with control until your hands come onto the ground, fingertips, or you can also bring a block right under your hands if you can't reach the ground. Good. And we're just going to stay here for a few breaths. Tiny micro bend to the back of your knees, just so that they don't lock up. Let your head go. And as always, soften behind the neck. Maybe you nod your head, shake your head. Release any tension or tightness behind there. Relax into your low back, the middle of your back, the upper back. Relax your shoulders all the way down. Let everything get heavy. Press into your feet. And take 2 more breaths in. And one more, breathe in. Exhale all the way out. Good. Wherever your hands are, press into your hands or onto your block and slowly start to heel toe your feet back in towards towards each other, about hip distance apart. I will slowly roll all the way up, roll the shoulders back, and let's take a nice stretch up. Reach it up, interlace your fingers, turn your palms up toward the ceiling. Maybe you gaze up. And then exhale, release your arms, roll the shoulders back. Lovely. Let's come all the way onto our back. Let's bring everything onto our back, nice and slow, making sure that you can see me there. There we go. Good. Once you get onto your back, let's draw our knees into our chest. And bring a little space between the knees at first, making sure that our low back feels okay. If everything does, squeeze your knees together, interlace on top of the shins or behind the legs, right onto the hamstrings, and rock your body side to side. Front to back. Little movement along the spine, maybe hands on your knees to get a little movement for the hips. One way, then the other. All right, let's do a little hip opener. We're gonna bring our feet up towards the ceiling, grab for the outsides of your feet or the ankles or the backs of your knees. Good, and just start to roll your ankles out, point, flex the toes, straighten one leg, then the other, both legs simultaneously. Good. Let's start to bring our feet down onto the mat, about hip distance apart. Really nice. Let's lift our right leg all the way up nice and high, cross it over, creating a figure four. Good. You can stay here. If this feels like a really good stretch for you, stay here. If you like a little bit more, lift the left leg up. You can interlace on top of your left shin or behind the leg in that space you've created. Good. And taking a little stretch here as you feel a little bit of stretch right outside the right thigh. Relax the shoulders down and back. Heavy in the back of your head as you take a couple of breaths in and out from here. Relaxing as much as you can down towards the mat. Slowing down your breath. Maybe if it feels okay for you, starting to draw the left knee in a little closer towards your chest. Now at the same time, keeping your shoulders down towards the mat, relaxing back down. Let's release our grip if you have it around the leg and slowly bring the left foot back down. Bring your right foot back down and we'll try the other side. So start to lift our left leg up, cross it over, right over the right leg, and you can stay here again, or you can lift the right leg up. And interlace on the top of the right shin or behind the leg. And just taking a couple of breaths here, relax. Down and back. Heavy in the low back, especially the back of the hips. If you feel like you're dropping to one side or the other, come back to neutral, back into the center of your spine. And we'll take one more breath in. Breath out. When you're ready, release your grip, bring your right foot down, then your left. And let's bring our feet about mat distance apart. Knock your knees into each other. So you're in this tent shape with your knees. And then we'll tee our arms out or arms up overhead for a nice stretch. Good. Let's do a little movement in our hips there. Take a big breath in. Exhale, let the knees fall over to the right. Good. Inhale, bring the knees back up to center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the left. One more time, breathe in to the center. Exhale to the right. And then last time over to the left, back to center. Exhale to the left. Then bring your knees back up to center. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. Knees open wide. And then stay for a couple of breaths. If you do have your blocks or towels, this is a great place to bring a little comfort to the sides of your knees, especially if they're hanging out in space a little bit there. So all you have to do is place your blocks, your towels, your cushions right to the outsides of your knees. And then come down gracefully, not like how I did it, and then just relax your arms wherever you choose to. Take a couple of breaths as you let everything melt down towards the mat. We'll start to get our bodies prepared for the last pose of tonight's practice into Shavasana, into your Shavasana. You can stay exactly where you are right now, or you can start to extend your legs out to the back of your mat. Arms come alongside you, palms facing up so that the fingers can curl back in naturally. Relax your body down and back, right onto the mat. Taking your time to get into your Shavasana, because this is your time as you breathe in and out. Focus on your breath. Close your eyes if you haven't done so already, allowing the eyes to go all the way back into their sockets. Breathe in and out, softening in and around your face and the cheeks, relaxing the space between your eyes, bring a little space right between the lips so that your jaw is relaxed, your throat is opened up to the sky, heavy in the shoulders, allowing your chest to open up, broadening across the collarbones. Heaviness in your arms, the backs of your hands, softening in your fingers, the fingertips. Finding a bit of heaviness in your low body as your legs dissolve and sink a little deeper. Heels get heavy as your feet flop out to the sides. And getting lighter and lighter in each toe as you exhale all the way out. I encourage you to stay exactly where you are. If you have that extra few minutes, if not, please gently come out of your shavasana whenever you're ready, being really mindful. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Have yourself a wonderful week. Namaste.